awe-inspiring wooden dragon sculpture is a true testament to mastery, patience, and the deep-rooted cultural reverence for mythical power. At first glance, the piece is visually electrifying. A mighty dragon coiled around a large, perfectly rounded orb, surrounded by waves of swirling flame and smoke. Every detail, from the dragon's fierce eyes to the delicate curl of its claws, speaks to the hands of a highly skilled artist who not only understands wood, but also the spirit of legend. The dragon's pose is powerful and dynamic, with its body twisting upward in a fierce protective stance. It clutches the orb, a symbol of wisdom, strength, and celestial energy, as if guarding an ancient secret. The artist's choice of wood, likely burl with its rich, variegated grain, adds a sense of natural mysticism to the entire sculpture. The orb itself is polished to a stunning finish, showcasing all the raw beauty of the material while acting as a visual and symbolic center of the piece. Every inch of the dragon is alive with movement. Its scales are individually carved with breathtaking precision. Its beard and tendrils ripple like they're being stirred by an invisible wind, and the fire-like clouds swirling around its body add a sense of celestial chaos. This isn't just a sculpture. It's a moment frozen in time, a mythical vision made real through wood. Placed on a wooden floor in a traditional workshop setting, the contrast between the polished finish and the rustic surroundings adds even more depth to the viewing experience. This is not a mass-produced object. This is a spiritual and cultural artifact, created from heart, hand, and heritage. What emotion does this sculpture stir in you? Strength, awe, curiosity? Share your impressions in the comments. Your thoughts breathe new life into the meaning of this work. And if this dragon moved you even a little, don't forget to subscribe to Wood Carving Artist, where every piece is carved not just from wood, but from imagination, tradition, and soul. From majestic dragons to humble vases, we showcase the full journey of transformation, from raw log to sacred form. If you haven't already, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and join a community where legends are reborn in every stroke of the chisel. At Wood Carving Artist, we don't just carve shapes, we carve symbols, energy, and legacy. Subscribe today and walk with us through the mythic world of woodcraft, where every piece tells a powerful story. One dragon at a time. Dragonwood Fire. This vase is nothing short of a visual illusion, a mind-bending fusion of material, color, and technique that immediately makes you stop and wonder, how is that even possible? At first glance, it looks like a glass mosaic, or perhaps a woven textile, but in reality it's an ingenious creation likely composed of hundreds of sharpened colored pencils arranged vertically and sealed within crystal-clear resin. It's not just a piece of functional decor, it's a celebration of detail, pattern, and precision. From top to bottom, the vase is mesmerizing. The sharpened pencil points are perfectly aligned, creating vertical lines that stretch down the body like tall bamboo stalks in a dreamlike forest. The combination of deep green tips fading into soft purples and pinks creates a gradient effect that feels both soothing and hypnotic. And the honeycomb-like pattern at the neck, a result of tightly packed pencil ends, brings a satisfying geometric balance that transitions into the vertical design below. Every aspect of this vase shows patience, creativity, and extraordinary control. The entire piece is flawlessly polished, turning what was once a jumble of ordinary art tools into a sleek, luxurious object. The sheen on the surface magnifies every detail, making the entire design feel like it's suspended in glass, frozen in time. But this vase is more than just a technical triumph. It carries an unexpected sense of nostalgia. There's something deeply familiar about the pencils, something that reminds us of childhood, of creativity, of sketching dreams before we had the tools to bring them to life. And here, those same humble pencils have been transformed into a work of fine art. What about this piece surprises you the most? The materials, the texture, or the unbelievable craftsmanship? Let us know in the comments. Your voice adds even more life to the art. If you're as fascinated by this creative blend of form and function as we are, don't forget to subscribe to Woodcarving Artist. This is where tradition meets innovation, where the unexpected becomes unforgettable, and where everyday objects are reborn through the power of craft. From mythical dragons carved in wood to experimental resin vases like this, our channel takes you deep into the process, revealing every challenge, every breakthrough, and every moment of beauty. If you haven't yet, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and join a community of artists, makers, and dreamers. At Woodcarving Artist, we don't just shape wood or resin, we shape imagination. Subscribe today and be part of a world where art has no limits and creativity is always evolving. This incredible wooden table is a striking blend of natural form and intentional design. A piece that feels both deeply rooted and artistically elevated. At first glance, it looks like a piece straight out of a forest dream. Strong tree trunks rising from the ground, supporting a polished, precisely crafted tabletop that balances rustic strength with fine woodworking elegance. What makes this table so captivating is its foundation. Rather than hiding the organic beauty of the wood's natural shape, the artist embraced it fully. The legs appear to be raw tree roots or thick branches, smoothed and finished just enough to reveal their golden textured grain, while still retaining their wild, asymmetrical charm. It's a celebration of the tree's life, not something that's been cut down, but something that continues to live, now in a new form. The tabletop is where structure and refinement meet. The gridded surface is clean and symmetrical, offering functionality and a bold geometric contrast to the fluid, unpredictable curves of the base. This isn't just a table. It's a sculpture that happens to serve a purpose. The addition of a raised shelf, shaped like a natural branch, adds even more visual interest and utility. Whether used to hold a teapot, a flower vase, or a treasured sculpture, it gives height and character to the piece without disturbing its harmony. Placed outdoors in a lush green setting, the table feels right at home, as though it grew from the earth rather than being placed there. It invites conversation, reflection, and connection. The kind of space where tea is shared, stories are told, and quiet moments are cherished. This is exactly the kind of soulful, handcrafted work we celebrate at wood carving artists, where each curve, each cut, and each grain tells a story worth preserving. What part of this piece speaks to you most? The natural trunk base, the clean tabletop, or the way it blends into the garden environment? Let us know in the comments. Your reflections give each creation a new life. And if you enjoy unique furniture that blends nature and craftsmanship, don't forget to subscribe to Wood Carving Artist. We take you behind the scenes of stunning builds like this, from raw tree roots to fully functional art pieces. Whether it's mythical dragon carvings, colorful vases, or organic tables like this one, we show every step of the transformation. If you haven't yet, this is your sign to hit that subscribe button and join a growing community of wood lovers, artists, and creators. At Wood Carving Artist, we don't just craft furniture. We shape experiences, preserve natural beauty, and honor the wood's story. Subscribe today, and let's keep discovering how nature and creativity can come together to create something truly unforgettable. This vase is a mesmerizing symphony of color, contrast, and craftsmanship. A modern work of art that still carries the timeless soul of wood turning. The first thing that captivates the eye is the bold use of multiple wood tones. Deep rosewood reds, rich golden hues, and striking patches of dark ebony. These tones aren't painted on. They are natural, masterfully selected, and seamlessly joined to create a flowing geometric pattern that wraps around the vase like a sculptural mosaic. Every curve of this piece feels intentional. The body is wide and full at the shoulders, tapering elegantly to the base, then flaring again at the rim. A classical silhouette that gives it presence and grace. But it's the segmented design that truly makes this vase stand out. The intersecting arcs and sharp color divisions look almost like abstract brush strokes, frozen in motion. The craftsmanship is razor sharp. Not a single seam is out of place, and the finishes are polished to a gleaming perfection that highlights every grain, shade, and swirl in the wood. It's clear that this isn't just a product of woodworking skill. It's the result of artistic vision. The creator didn't just turn a piece of wood. They composed it like a piece of music, balancing warm and cool, soft and bold, natural and refined. Even the orientation of the grains plays a part in the design, catching light differently depending on your angle of view, adding dimension and movement. Placed against the backdrop of green leaves and gentle sunlight, this vase seems alive, like it belongs equally in a modern gallery or a serene garden. It doesn't demand attention. It earns it through quiet beauty and striking originality. What speaks to you most about this piece? The deep color contrasts, the flowing pattern, or the expert craftsmanship? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective brings these pieces to life in new ways. And if this vase inspired you as much as it did us, don't forget to subscribe to Wood Carving Artist. Here, we turn simple blocks of wood into powerful expressions of creativity and culture. And we share every step of the journey with you. From segmented vases to mythical creatures, functional furniture to decorative marvels, we celebrate the infinite possibilities of woodcraft. So if you haven't already, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and become part of a growing community that honors beauty, tradition, and bold innovation. At Wood Carving Artists, we don't just shape wood. We tell stories through grain, color, and form. Subscribe today, and let's keep discovering how extraordinary